All right, I hope everything is good. I'm just going to check the audio on both channels just to make sure everything is good, to make sure the screen can be seen. Okay, this one is taking too long to go live. I hope Twitch is live. Yeah, right. So Twitch is live. Just checking to confirm. So I can hear. I think, yeah, I think all is good on Twitch. Just one more check. Don't worry if you are. Is this not supposed to be live? I do not know why YouTube is taking that long to go live. Good. Mic check 1 2 YouTube. Awesome. It's working. So today through like run through of an app called Beetlebug. I don't know if I have it installed. So it's just a walkthrough. This is like an Android. Just going to go through a step. You need apps. Okay. Make those this. Think we've done that. For those of you that know how to set up Switch Android devices, I am using Motion as late, and I know like S20 to here. So just give well that everyone awesome. So Beetlebug is a verbal mobile app. People bit we just try to see much or how much I don't really need anything, but I internet is just best the X3 website. So next we will start. So let's create user channels, and as you can see, flags here to cover. There's hardcoded script, there's data storage, use data, there's components, closure, metric, authentication, binary, and each has a role. Like bugs, this one has one. Yeah, it's just a few things. And lucky, excuse me, bit hints hints on where to find the vulnerability. Like now, for instance, vulnerability locally without encryption. So click that, you'll get yourself developments in the application. Now, to analyze the APK, you have the APK, of course. So when I the APK, I think I can see Beetlebug right here. I have the Beetlebug. I have a few other the certificates, the certificate one of Beetlebug. So I'll just copy beetlebug.apk to the folder above. Then we have Beetlebug APK. So let's make a dir for live streams. Android live stream. And let's move beetlebug.apk to Android live streams, cd Android live streams, clear that. And then we come to ls, we make a directory for this live stream number 1. So that's live hacking 0, just as the title says. And then we'll move Beetlebug to live hacking 0, cd into that. Now this is just making sure everything is well organized so that when we try to decompile and do all of that stuff, then you'll be able to get what you need to get. Now, I want to do something here. Let's enter a pin 1, 2, 3, 4, unlock folder. Okay, so the pin is incorrect. However, if we analyze this using a tool called JADEX, JADEX is a good tool to analyze APKs. What we'll do is just open a file from, let's go back to our lab, Android live streams, live hacking, and open the APK. Now what we're going to do is try and find the hard-coded pin in the application's string resources. So there are multiple ways of doing this, but for today, let's just go to the main activity. For this one, it's easy, but usually if you want to know which is the file that is the activity that is the first activity that is launched on the app, you just look through the manifest and you will see the application launches through the activity. Which one is the activity? All right, so let's look at it. We have different activities here, and if we continue, we'll be able to find there's a lot of permissions and a lot of information down here on the activities that we need. Now what I'm looking for is the main activity. Where is it? Application, display, access, blah, 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 blah. I can't seem to find it. But what we'll do is for this activity that we're looking at, we hard coded closer to that. Let me. Now there's two different things here. There's embedded secret source code, then the secret strings. We'll continue to go down and see if there's anything else with that similar name. Now, in our hint here, there's something to do with string resources, and we will be able to analyze that by double clicking on that and coming here and see if really this is the one. So it expects a pin, and as you can see, we're expecting a pin here. And really, for this one, we are trying to find by view this pin that we want to assign to this file. We're going to find by view ID, and this is where we're going to input that secret pin. So basically, this is our pin. This is the one that we input, the 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it's going to be compared. This S1 is our pin. It's going to be compared to this string resource. So we are going to look for this one. This is the word that we are looking for. And as you can see, it's there. So let's run it, search comments. And just a moment, let me copy this. I need to copy this. And then search comments. Where is it? Come here, because we're not looking for much, we're looking for a string resource. So we'll just type that and see if we can find anything. And as you can see here, we have a resource here with the exact same name. So if we double tap, it will take us to this. And as you can see, we do have a pin, which is 7432580. So let's try that. Excuse me. 7432580, and we have our flag. And then we have what we need for that one. Now for the next embedded secret, I hope is there people here? And there are people watching. Let me put on this so that I don't miss anything. No, I don't need to do that. So there's no comments yet, but I can see. Okay, so this restream thing has a new UI that's confusing me. But anytime you comment, I will see it right there. So there's hard coding secrets here. Locate hard coded secrets in the application source code. So we're looking for, let's see, find out how sensitive credentials is being stored in plain text without encryption. There's a promo code that's we're going to use. We expect it to use it to get a 50% discount. Now the two ideas here. We want to find this promo code within the source code, and we want to see if we can use this severally to reduce the price of the Louis Vuitton backpack. So two ways of going about this. We can look for it manually as we did before, or we can just go back to the search comment thing and look for a promo code. So they said it's in the source code, and we will have it everywhere. Like let's select everything. See where. All right, that's a bit difficult to find, so let's close that. Come back to manifest, go to secret source code. Now here in the application source code, we're just going to look for the logic behind it. Like for the promo code, as you can see here, this is where is it? This is where like we input the source code using the view that we have there. So as you can see, we have a Beetlebug shop promo code. Now where do we find this? As you can see in the source code, by double tapping on it, you can see it's literally just hard coded into the code. So that's a pretty easy vulnerability to find. Now step one is done. Let's now test it. As you can see, it's cut by half. So the next challenge is to see if we can do that again. Amazing. Half again. Half again. That's good. Half again. So then there's no logic to check if the promo code has been used before. So we just continue, and now we have the bug for free. We can submit again to get a zero, half of zero, which is zero. So let's purchase our item, and amazing, we do have our flag captured. So now we have 2 flags. That's hooray. And the next stage is for data storage. And here we have different vulnerabilities. We have shared preferences, we have external storage, and we have SQLite database specific vulnerabilities. Now let's see, find out how sensitive credentials is being stored in plain text in shared preferences. So for this one, we will need 2 things. We will need to input our username and password. So let's just use the channel's name as usual. And like a strong password, that's a very strong password. I hope you didn't cram it. Now, login is successful, meaning these credentials have been stored somewhere. So for this, we're going to need to shell into the ADB and see where this shared preferences thing is. Now, where do we store information on devices? So let's ls and see. Now, usually applications store data in the data folder. And if we ls here, we'll be able to find our own. Now, as you remember, there's somewhere where we saw this. Let me show you. App.beetlebug. So let's look for anything to do with app.beetlebug. So let's cd app, and it's right there. Let's clear this and ls. As you can see, we do have our shared preferences, and here we do have different things that we need. There is the flag scores, preferences, shared by flag. So what we'll do, the most obvious one looks like it's the user info. So let's cut that and see. So this is the name that we used, and it didn't give us a password, but this is the flag that we expect. This is the flag that we are expecting to, it is expected as input for this one. It's not that, but we can try and cut it. Is it the one really? Let's cut another one and see if we can find it. It's not that. Cut flag. It's not that. And yeah, this is the one, because we have the password here, the name here, so this should be the flag. I know, guys, don't look at my password. That's creepy behavior. And now we've gotten our third flag. That's amazing. That's amazing. I do not expect anyone to be watching this at this point in time. So this is just my trial one. Okay. So files saved to the external storage are world readable. External storage. So let's go back. Files saved to the external storage are world readable and can be modified by anyone. What does that mean? What is external storage and what does that mean really? So we're going to go back to this folder. I didn't want to do what I just did. And check. We do have databases. I think this is local storage, but we're just going to try. But the second best thing to do is go to the manifest and check the logic again. Now this is data storage, external storage. So we are going to look for some sort of insecure storage external and see the logic behind it. Enter username, set art, pass email. Now unfortunately for this one, you can see the flag here, but we're not going to use that one as yet. What we want to see is that it's going to tell me where this data is saved to in the logic. So let's just play along. I know you've already seen what the flag is, but let's just play along at it.com. And our secure password, of course, I think this is password, right? And then as you can see, let's screenshot that for reference. Data store 2. Now let's open this. The good thing about this is you need, sorry, you're not supposed to see that. Well, it's nothing secret, it's just notes. So yeah, as you can see, the data is stored in storage emulated 0 documents user dot text. So that's where we expect to find the information that we need to get this flag. So what we'll do is go back there and try to cd into data. What did you say again? What is this thing? Storage, okay. Storage 0 emulated. Is it the one really? Storage emulated, sorry. Download cat user.text. Was it download or documents? Sorry, documents. And as you can see, we do have the password. Don't cram my password, guys. The flag. So this box or anything before that is a flag. That's one coming. So come paste that and see if it will go through. And make the flag. Now we have SQLite database. Identify and encrypt an encrypted data stored on the SQLite database. So I think that's where we're going to look at this. Where is it? This database, this thing? Probably not. I'm just playing around. I'm just playing along with this. So this is just a test stream just to see how good we are at this. Now, I do use complex alphanumeric password for master key. Good. It's given, it's save your master pen, use complex. That it's saying this, but it automatically went to the next one. But any output that we're given, we're just going to save to this for our own reference. Now let's go back here and see if we can see the logic behind it. SQLite. Now the bad thing about this code base is that most of the things are just hard coded. So we're going to ignore anything hard coded and see if we can find that. Now if the valid is password, then it will say password saved. If not, use this. Either way, we're still going to find the flag somewhere. So I'm just going to walk through everything until we see if we can find something. Until we see if we can find any user that was added there. I'm not familiar with these things. So what I'll do is just play around this and see. All right, so the first thing is users create users this and this, and create table this. Okay, so it does actually need a legit alphanumeric password. Okay, it's not alphanumeric. Password has been saved. So let's go back to each and every file until we see if the user was created. Good. So we do have this. This user was created. That user was created. Now, when the user is created, there is a flag here that we are expected to find. And actually don't remember how I did this, but let's see. Sensitive credentials are being stored in plain text. We can see there's Umar 12 users, but what was that? That user DB. So let's try user. See what do we have there. There's nothing there. So this is our only hope. Now, how do you interact with SQLite? Let's Google that. On ADB. So this is our first stream, so we're not, there's of course this, which is devices, share owners, blah, blah, blah. SQLite this. Ah, nice. So we're going to try this with the user.db. So SQLite user.db. Oh, sorry, SQLite 3. I don't know if it will work here. Okay, dot tables. Then how do you select number SQL? And then this is the password, and this is a screenshot because we did not do it this way. I should set someone. Let me screenshot this. Where do we start interacting with it? Right here. Here. And then add this right here. Correct password. Numeric code instead is into so I'm inventing in and test anything, then the step of it use so SQLite the SQL call user db db the flag I screenshot the whole thing how to is about to flag, and that's just about it. Let's move done. Data storage is web. Now I have a guide that I usually do one We're going to attempt coding out URL. Okay. In WebView can resolve JS related script there. Click shots for it. Let's try and see what they mean. Using a DB to open malicious web page within the context of the app. What do you mean? Oh my, oh my, oh my. Is there anyone watching by the way? Anyway, let's keep practicing. So how do we use a DB to open what? A malicious web page within app context. I'm sure if I look into the code, there's something that I will know, but I just want to see. I just want to check something here. Example here, ADB shall start this. And then there is a website there that can be opened. So we can come back here and check. What's the name of this again? Web views, insect. How would you call this file if you are the one coding it? There's binary, Beetle, administration, web view, clipboard, content, XSS, not that one, but we can find them and check. Which one would it be here? The URL activity. All right, again, we're looking for the logic. We are not looking for anything else. They will tell you where the flag is, but today we are going to look for it manually. Of course, it's somewhere there and they're decoding it, but I don't want to look for it there. I want to see if there's any other logic that can help me out. That's DB utils. Let's search for something. We are looking for URL. URL. Anything to do with URL, and as you can see, this one is for Firebase. This is specific, but okay. Let's come back to the manifest and see if there's any allowed URLs here. What was the name of that? Web view. Where is this web view thing? This is XSS. Where is the other web view? This one. Exported to. Exported is true. Exported is true. Exported is. Okay, how do you interact with this one? Start this. App.beetlebug / what? App.beetlebug / is it a fragment or what is it? A web view. Okay, so we have a fragment here. App Beetlebug fragments web view. Okay. and then we are going to use that to open, to start the package name and the vulnerable activity name. So let's do this at ADB shell am start. So am start app dot beetlebug dot what was that name again? Dot fragments slash dot fragments. I do have that payload somewhere. I'm trying to avoid it. Let me just open Discord. I do have that. Is it payload or code? And I did explain it well. I don't understand how I forgot. Oh my, I forgot. Yeah. But I think after this one, after this, was it 2 or 3? 2 web view ones, we probably might take a short break and stream again tomorrow. Being the season where I'll not get views, I'll just go patiently. I mean slowly. Oh, okay. Our app is sending stuff. Okay, that's good. Blah blah blah. Web view URL activity. So this is the one we want to open. So am start that dot web view. What's the name of it? Web view fragment. Web view URL activity. Web view URL activity. I do have that thing, that command. I forgot which one it was. So there's vulnerable web view slash dot support this. Then we wanted to open some URL there. Yeah. I skipped -n. What does -n mean? Start -n. So I skipped this. -n up dot this. There's someone I was explaining to this bug. Just, I don't know if I have the command here. This is a different one, and I just want to check something. Beetlebug app, Beetlebug handlers. So we have to repeat the thing again. Fragments dot web view. Is it web view fragment? Handlers dot this. Now that's for a different one, but we'll get back to that one later. And then after that, there is the code to activity name really. It's the one to open. So the one we want. No problem. I just open that one. And then we come and finish the payload. URL parameter key. Now what is that? ES support URL attacker. Let's test with this one and see how it goes. Let's just start with test with this and see how it goes. How does that one go? So this fragment or this activity does not exist. Is it something I've missed? I have the write-up, I have everything. I'm just trying to remember as I go. Or should we open this one directly? Not this one, or is it the web view URL? Oh yes, this one. Where is this one stored? Here, CTF. Web view URL activity. Let's try that one actually. This one will be CTF. Let's test that. Oh my, it just opened, but it's not showing anything. Open, but sorry. Okay. So it did work, but I wanted to show thing like an error or something. And then the explanation is specify an extra string per monitor using this. Let's continue reading here and see. So we've gotten the web view correctly. Now what we need to do is understand what we need from it. So so we can check again and see where it's loading this. Showing the flag. I need the one showing the logic. These ones are just checking for flags. That's very annoying. The CTF adapter. Also, this ones are like the home pages for the categories. Where do I find this? There's a fragment. This one is related to that, but this should be the for what we need. But the problem with the logic is it giving me what I need. Is it my screen that's not showing what I need to see? Yeah, so it's supposed to open the web page here. Do we have internet? Yeah, we have internet. This. So it's supposed to open it within, but it's not showing. So I'm trying to figure out why not. It's sending requests. Interesting. So it sent the request. Let me see. I don't think so. I don't think so. So let's just try that again and see whether it sends a request, a new request here. There is no T. There's no T sending a request. So there's the way that this guy is exploiting it. Reg URL. But he's added a script here. We'll use his payload. Now, given this is a different one, and I'm trying to avoid being a script kiddie. So what we'll do is we'll come back to this one later. It does open, not showing what I need it to show me. So we'll just come back to that one later. Now there's a payload. Here we have a directory of sending a payload. It should be give us something. Visit the display XSS activity to see what makes this activity. So let's go to display XSS here and see what makes it. Clipboard, copied to clipboard. So it's like it copies what we need to the clipboard or what it's tested. How do people do JavaScript? I forgot. Let's see. XSS. Let's do a JS XSS payload. I'm not a JavaScript guy, but this one, alert, yeah. So that's the word I was looking for, alert. Alert. We just alert it. Is there a semicolon? Just simple. A simple payload. So that it does do that. That's the XSS. Then we can copy this to payload and come back, submit it there, and we have our flag. That was a bit too easy. I think the fact that we've popped an XSS is what the vulnerability, because if we do this, it still comes. Okay. Anyway, that one is the easiest one of them. This one I'll just and come back to you later. I think we should end it there. I don't think there's anyone watching, so no one cares, but we will end it there for the day. Whoever will be watching this in the future, thank you very much for watching it, and I would like to see you in the next